Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I just wanted to go ahead and answer the question, do you need virtual assistants to create a successful blog or to start a blog? You could see here, this is a blog that I have. I did about maybe, I would say half of the work on here. And I have a virtual assistant that's currently working on it. Now, guys, having a virtual assistant is just an advantage. And I want to be clear about this, that I have one virtual assistant on this one blog. I have another virtual assistant on another blog. I have another virtual assistant on another blog, etc. And to put things into perspective with the way I'm doing things is that you do not need to have a virtual assistant. Obviously, I'm only one man, so I can only do so much by myself, and that's why I have a virtual assistant. Now, something I want to be clear on is that what I said, and the key point here is that when you have a virtual assistant, right, you only need one per blog, especially if it's a smaller blog. Okay, if it's getting like, let's say, 5,000 visits a month, 10,000 visits a month, 100,000 visits a month even, you really don't need that much help. All you need is one person to work on it at a time, whether it's you or your virtual assistant. Now, you could replace that easily. You can do this yourself. You don't need to spend fortunes of dollars and money to make that happen. Now, this is a new beginner blog. And when I say a beginner blog, it's literally just getting off its feet. All the blogs that are recent, like let's say the past 5 or 10, it's training for my virtual assistant. I'm training him and her, because I have different blogs and multiple virtual assistants. But in this case, Gerald, which is my virtual assistant, I'm training him how to get this done. I'm teaching him what things he needs to improve, how to improve, what can he do better, the way I want certain things done, the way I want certain things fixed. All these things are important, and the reason why is because I'm aware of what it's going to take to get ranked. Like just today, I was doing a training session for him, and I do it in video form, so I record these training sessions and then I send it to him, which I think I'm actually going to make as a product in the future. Like I'm going to put all the different training sessions and then put them on like behind a paywall or something. But I was showing him how to write like an introduction properly the way I want him to, right? Maybe he came from a world where he's used to writing introductions a specific way. But like, for example, this article was about coffee and testosterone, the relationship between the two. This was his introduction. And I told him in the training, look, you don't need to define what coffee is. In the introduction, you don't need to tell people what coffee is. It's more than obvious what it is already. So I taught him how to write a first person introduction, right? And I also told him how to do it with ChatGPT if he needs help with that, right? Because if it's something that's obvious and he's just not sure how to start it, ChatGPT is a viable tool that can get that done, right? So, once again, it doesn't cost much to have a virtual assistant, but you don't need to have it if this is your very first blog. If it's your very first blog, you need to figure out, what do I need to do to make it better? And of course, we're making videos to show you how to do that, right? It's not like we're just not talking about these things. We're showing you how to create, readable blogs. In fact, I have a whole entire playlist in the description box down below to show you how to do that. In the description box, you're going to have 2 links. The first link is going to be the website to join Rocket Web Builder, which is the place where you can create an epic blog mixed with a funnel, mixed with a website, just the whole thing, right? And create like a straight up hub for yourself in business. And the second link is your playlist. Okay, so check out the playlist so you can actually learn all the specifics to building the blog. Obviously, you don't have to use Rocket Web Builder. It's just an easier tool to use. And at the end of the day, I use it for ease of use. Not only is it my software, but it's ease of use. It's a very, very good tool. As you guys can see, very intuitive, very easy to use. In fact, I've created websites on there for people that are not like technically savvy, but after sitting down with them for an hour and a half, showing them how every single thing is done, and them sitting down and being diligent and really just trying to pay attention to the tool, they learned how to do everything on there. And it's a hub, right? So you can do email automation, you could do blogging, you could, create an e-com store, digital product store, you can create funnels, landing pages, websites. I mean, you name it, you can do it on here. So it's very simple. But to also answer the question, part of the reason why I don't have to invest really, really hard in training, employee training, because that's the number one cost, is because of the actual platform, right? Because of the platform that I'm using, it's much more easy to understand. Like, I mean, you could just look around it. If you've used any other software online, you know how to use this tool. Very simple, very easy to use. It's not hard to understand. So I don't have to sit there training my virtual assistants on how to use this. Okay. Like, for example, WordPress. If you're going to start blogging on WordPress, which is pretty much our number one competitor, if you think about it, WordPress is much more difficult to get started in using. Okay. So if you're going to start a blog, okay, and you're planning on hiring a virtual assistant, one of the things you're going to have to pay attention to is training. How are you going to train your virtual assistant to teach them, to get them to do the work the way you want them to, right? And instead of just sitting there texting them all day, teaching them how to do it, or instead of sitting down next to them, doing it for them, right? And sitting there and essentially being a babysitter for someone, you have to figure out how to do the training. And for me, I just do, like, for example, videos guiding them. And once again, I'll make those videos behind a paywall showing you guys how to access them. But regardless, if this is something you're interested in, right, starting a blog, if you're a beginner, this is your first time, you don't need to have a virtual assistant, all right? You don't. You could do it all yourself. But if you're trying to speed up the process, you have other businesses making you money, okay, then you could use a virtual assistant. But regardless, you don't, all right? So that's something to keep in mind. And I hope this video helps you guys out, because I know it could be tough in the beginning starting a blog because you're really not sure where to go or what to do. And it's just a matter of just keep creating that content. The more content you create, the more impressions you'll get, the more traffic you'll get, the more clicks you'll get. And the first thing you want to pay attention to is those impressions. That's the first big win that you're going to get. Every impression is a win. And you notice, like, this blog, some days in the very beginning, it got, like, 10, 20, 30 hits a day. Okay, but it didn't start off like that. It started off like 5 hits a day, 1 hit a day. Then it slowly got to 2 hits a day. Then it was a few days off. Then it got 3 hits a day. Then 1 hit a day, and slowly like that. So it has to level up slowly and with time. One of the things that people do not tell you with blogging is a long-term process, and you should give yourself like a good year to get it done, 2 years, 3 years, and that's assuming that you're consistent, okay? Now, the thing about blogging is, yes, it might take a little while, but it is the most consistent and the most passive income once you step away from it, as opposed to anything else out there, all right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it was informative in some kind of way, and if you have questions, requirements, concerns, please leave them in the comments down below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.